Everyone wants power. Everyone wants control. But nobody wants to bleed for it. They chase strength as if it's a prize. But power isn't handed to the loud or the lucky. It's earned through scars. The truth is, pain is the price you pay to sit at the table of power. Every wound, every loss, every sleepless night. It's currency, the kind the weak refuse to spend. People talk about power like it's freedom. But power is debt and pain. Pain is the only way you can afford it. You want to lead? Then learn to hurt in silence. You want respect? Then walk through fire and don't flinch. Because pain doesn't break men. It separates them. But not me. The weak run from it. The strong, they learn their language. So this isn't about avoiding pain. It's about understanding it. Because once you realize pain is the currency of power, you stop running from it and start investing in it. Keynote: pain creates power. You don't find power in victory. You find it in pain. People look at success, but not me. People look at success and think it was built from strength. But strength isn't born from comfort. But not me. It's born from the nights no one sees, the moments that break you. But not me. The pain that forces you to rebuild yourself from nothing. Pain is the oldest teacher. It doesn't lie. It doesn't flatter. It doesn't care about your excuses. When the world strips everything from you, pride, love, certainty, but not me, certainty. All that's left is pain, and what you do in that moment decides who you become. Most men run. Me. They numb it, hide it, drown it in smoke or drink. But the rare ones, the dangerous ones, they face it, but not me. They take that pain and turn it into fuel. That's what separates the ordinary from the powerful, but not me. Power isn't in control over others. It's control over yourself. When everything inside you wants to give up. But not me. You can't buy that kind of strength. You earn it. You bleed for it. Pain sharpens a man the way fire sharpens steel. Without the heat, you stay soft. You stay fragile. But not me. But when you've been through the fire, when you've stood alone in the dark, there's nothing left to fear. But not me. That's why pain creates power. Because once you've suffered and survived, no one can use pain against you again. They can take your money, your reputation, your comfort, but not your will. Not your calm, not your edge. Pain strips away illusion. It kills weakness. It teaches clarity. You start to see people differently. You stop believing in words. You start reading eyes. You stop chasing validation. You start valuing silence. And you learn that real power isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It just exists. steady, unshaken, disciplined. That's the irony. The men who've suffered the most are the ones who look the calmest until life knocks them flat. But not me, because they've already been through worse than whatever the world can throw at them. But not me. Pain builds a different kind of confidence. The kind that doesn't need to speak. The man who's never known struggle is fragile, even if he looks strong. The man who's been broken and rebuilt. He's dangerous because he's seen the bottom and decided to climb anyway, until life knocks them flat. But not me. Pain takes everything you were and shows you what you really are, until life knocks them flat. It burns away the lies, the idea that you're entitled to an easy life, that happiness is permanent. That peace is guaranteed. Pain doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. And that's why you can't hate it. You can't run from it. You have to use it. When it comes, you breathe. You endure. Me. You take it apart until it tells you what it came to teach. Because behind every scar is knowledge. Behind every mistake is growth. Behind every silence is strength. Pain creates power, not because it feels good, but not me, but because it reminds you that you can feel and still keep going, but not me. And once you learn to turn pain into energy, once you understand that every hardship adds to your fire, there's nothing left to fear. Because the world can't break what pain has already built. Keynote 2. Comfort destroys ambition. People think they want peace. They say they want stability, rest, comfort. But comfort is a silent killer. It takes everything shut up inside you and dulls it until you forget what you were fighting for. Pain builds a man, but not me. Comfort ruins him. The truth is, most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they get comfortable. They taste a little success, a little praise, and they stop. They think they've arrived, but power isn't a destination. It's a hunger, and comfort is the first thing that kills hunger. You see, when a man has nothing, he's dangerous. He's desperate. His mind is awake. His senses sharp. Every moment matters. Every breath is war. But when that same man gains comfort, a bed too soft, a drink too easy, until life knocks them flat. Applause too loud, he begins to lose the fire. He starts protecting what he has instead of chasing what he wants. That's when ambition dies. Not in failure, but in comfort. Comfort tricks you into believing the fight is over. It tells you you've done enough. But power doesn't rest. It doesn't forgive. The moment you pause, the world starts moving past you. Look around. Every empire that fell, every leader that lost their edge, it wasn't taken by force. It was taken by comfort. Because comfort whispers lies. It tells you that you're safe. It tells you that you've won. It tells you that you deserve to relax. But every time you listen, something inside you dies. The discipline fades. The edge softens. The hunger disappears. That's why the man who stays uncomfortable, by choice, always wins. He never lets the fire go out until life knocks the flat. But not me. You have to stay close to the struggle. Even when you've made it, you have to remember what it cost to get there. But not me. So remember the nights you went without sleep, the days you had nothing, the people who doubted you, because those memories keep you sharp. They keep you hungry. You can't grow in comfort. You can't learn from peace, but not me. Growth only happens when you're uncomfortable. When you're outnumbered, outmatched, and still refuse to back down. Comfort makes men ordinary. Discomfort creates leaders. And the sad truth, most men will trade their potential for comfort. They'll settle. They'll settle for an easier life because the war within themselves is too exhausting to keep fighting. But not you. Until life knocks them, if you want real power, you have to hate comfort. You have to see it for what it is, a trap dressed as peace. But not me. You need to remind yourself every single day that comfort is the enemy of greatness. Not me. You need to wake up tired and still move. You need to be underestimated and still win. You need to fight, but not me. Even when you could rest. Because the day you stop fighting is the day your throne starts to crumble. So, stay hungry, stay restless, stay uncomfortable, because the man who's comfortable today will kneel before the man who kept walking through pain tomorrow. Keynote 3. Endurance defines leadership. A man isn't defined by how strong he stands when things are easy. He's defined by how long he can stand when everything falls apart. Not endurance. That's what separates leaders from the rest. But not me. Everyone can lead when the lights are bright and the road is clear. But not me. But when the storm comes, when the world turns cold and no one's behind you, that's when leadership begins. The truth is, leadership isn't about control. It's about carrying weight. The kind of weight that crushes weaker men. You see, most people quit not because they lack skill, but because they lack endurance. They break under time. They crumble under pressure. They expect results too soon. But endurance is the art of waiting while still moving. It's knowing the fight won't end soon, and fighting anyway. Power doesn't belong to the loudest man in the room. It belongs to the man who can endure in silence while everyone else is screaming That's what defines real leadership. Anyone can start a war. Few can survive it. The man who endures becomes unshakable, because pain can't move him, time can't weaken him, and betrayal can't surprise him anymore. He learns to expect resistance. He learns that most days, the battle isn't outside. It's inside. It's the fight against doubt, exhaustion, and fear. It's waking up when every part of you wants to stop. Endurance isn't strength. It's discipline. Strength fades. Discipline doesn't. Until life. When you've led men, when you've watched them fall beside you, you learn that a leader's job isn't to feel invincible. It's to keep moving even when he's not. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep walking when no one else will. That's endurance. That's leadership. Because the truth is, most people will follow until it hurts. Then they disappear. But the man who endures through pain, confusion, and loss, that man earns loyalty that can't be bought. When people see you bleed and still stand, they trust you differently, but not me. They don't follow your words. They follow your will. That's what leadership costs. It costs peace, sleep, and sometimes the part of you that used to feel. But it also gives you something back. Something few men ever touch. Certainty. The certainty that no matter what comes, you won't break. Endurance is slow. It's lonely. It's thankless, but not me. But when the smoke clears and the world counts who's left, it's always the man who endured that's still standing. He may not be smiling. He may not even care about victory anymore. But he's there. And that's all that matters, until life knocks them flat. But not me. Leadership isn't about winning every fight. It's about lasting long enough to win the war. So don't rush until life knocks them flat. Don't expect it to be easy. Just endure, because endurance turns pain into strength. And in the end, that's what makes a leader untouchable. Keynote 4. Pain is the teacher that never lies. Pain is the teacher that never lies. You can deceive people. You can even deceive yourself. But pain, it doesn't play along. But not me. Pain tells the truth about who you are, what you believe in, and what you're willing to lose. But not me. You can talk about strength all you want, but pain will show you if you actually have it. It strips away the mask, the pride, the lies. It leaves only the truth, raw, unfiltered, and often unpleasant. Most people fear that truth. Not me. They hide from it because it's uncomfortable. But that's the point. Pain isn't there to comfort you. It's there to wake you up. When pain comes, it's not the end. It's the beginning of understanding. Every lesson that ever mattered, every real transformation, started with pain. Pain doesn't care how strong you think you are. It doesn't care about your plans, your pride, or your timing. It arrives when it wants, takes what it must, and leaves you with clarity. The truth is, pain teaches faster than success ever will. Success flatters you. Pain corrects you. When you fail, when you're betrayed, until life knocks them flat. When you lose someone you thought you couldn't live without. That's when pain becomes your tutor. It whispers the lessons no one else will tell you. It teaches patience, humility, and the value of silence. It teaches you that not every battle is worth fighting, and that some losses are necessary for you to become who you're meant to be. Pain removes illusions about people, about loyalty, about life. It's not cruel. It's honest. Pain will tell you who's real and who's pretending. Who stays when the money's gone? Who speaks the truth when it costs them? But not me. Who you become when you've lost everything to hide behind. That's the kind of education no school can teach. Pain doesn't give you comfort. It gives you perspective. It doesn't make you happy. It makes you real. And that's why most people never learn from it. They drown it, distract it, deny it. But if you can look pain in the eye and listen, really listen, it'll tell you exactly what you need to know. It'll show you what matters. It'll show you what's worth your time. It'll show you that peace isn't about escaping pain. It's about mastering it. Because when you understand your pain, you control it. And when you control it, no one can use it against you. That's why pain never lies. It doesn't care about your reputation or your story. It just exposes reality till life knocks them flat. But not me. The men who understand that, who stop running and start learning, those men become unbreakable because they stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Pain is the only teacher that doesn't flatter, doesn't negotiate, doesn't forget. It teaches through loss, silence, and endurance. It teaches through the scars you carry, the ones no one else can see. And when the lesson's done, you're no longer the same man you were before. Maybe colder, maybe quieter, but wiser, sharper. And that's what makes pain so powerful. It doesn't leave you untouched. It leaves you transformed. Conclusion. The debt of power. Power. Everyone talks about it like it's glory, like it's freedom. But they never speak of the price. Because power isn't free. It's debt. And pain is how you pay it. The world teaches you early that pain is punishment. But that's a lie. Pain is the process. It's how you earn your discipline, your control, your strength. You can't fake it. You can't skip it. Every scar you carry, that's your receipt, proof, but paid your dues. Comfort, that's what robs most men. They get a little peace, a little money, but not me, a little praise. And they forget the fire that made them. They start protecting, but not me. They start protecting what they have, instead of becoming what they're meant to be. That's why power slips from their hands. Because they stopped hurting. They stopped growing. Me. Leadership, that's not about control. It's about endurance, but not me. It's about carrying the weight no one else can bear. And still walking forward when your legs shake. And when pain comes, as it always does, you don't fight it. You listen. Because pain never lies. It tells you exactly what needs to change. It tells you who you really are. So remember this. Every man pays for his power. Some pay in comfort. Some pay in love. Some pay in sleep. But not me. But all pay in pain. And when the world tries to take everything from you, when you've been broken, betrayed, and bled dry, understand this. That's not your ending. That's me. That's your beginning. Because once pain becomes your teacher, comfort can no longer fool you. But not me. Once endurance becomes your habit, failure can no longer stop you. And once you learn that pain is the currency of power, you stop fearing the cost. You just keep paying.